We're going to talk about 10 tips to achieve your goals. So I actually have posted on YouTube for the last 5 months every single day, so about 150 days. And so I've achieved a lot of different goals in my life, but that is just one. And so I want to share some key tips on how to actually achieve your own goals if you are trying to. Number one, you have to be relentless. So you have to know what your goal is and what you want to do and make a plan and a schedule and figure out the processes and systems that you have to follow. But then you have to be relentless and you have to say, this is the time that I scheduled for this, so I have to follow it. Or if you don't follow it, then you have to be relentless and say, I'm going to need to make it up on this day if I can't do it here, right? And so I'm a mom, I'm a stepmom, things come up, our kids have activities, and so I have to say, this is usually my time, but they have a game or something during this time, then I have to say, okay, I'm going to go to the game because I want to support my family, but then I'm going to need to have another day or another time to figure this out. And sometimes you're just going to have to say no. You're going to have to be relentless and say, you know what, this is my goal, this is my objective, I'm going to have to make it happen. Number two, going along with being relentless, you also have to be willing to say no. And so I like to identify what are the things that matter to me, right? And so like my health, my family, and then having these projects and working on building a business or building something that could help somebody else, right? And so once I identify those things, then I build my life around that. And so if there's anything else that doesn't necessarily align with that, then I typically say no. And it could be that this is just the season that I'm in, and then maybe one day I will do something else. But right now I've identified the main things that I have to do and the main objectives. And so everything else will have to take a back seat and I'll have to say no. It's okay to say no. And actually successful people, they learn when to say no and what to prioritize. Number three, in order to achieve your goal, you have to really want it and you also have to have a reason behind it. So you have to have this passion, this drive, and this desire. And in Think and Grow Rich, they talk about having a burning desire. And there's so many lessons from Think and Grow Rich. It's my financial Bible and goal Bible. So I'll definitely share some information if you're interested. Let me know in the comments below. But you have to desire it. You have to want it. And that's what's going to keep you going. And so you have to have this reason behind it saying, you know what, I want to do this for my family. You know what, I want to help serve somebody else. I want to reduce suffering in the world. I want to do fill in the blank, whatever that is for you. And so if you have this drive and this desire, it's going to make you want to do it. And if you have a passion for it and if you actually enjoy it. And so I love thinking, learning. I'm always working on being a happier and healthier person. And so this is easier for me because I just am sharing what I'm learning and I also like helping other people. So this is one reason it's been able to work for me. And so take that as you will, but I hope that helps you. Number four, what gets scheduled and planned and what becomes a habit actually gets done, right? And so you can just want to do this or you could want to post to YouTube every day, but if you don't actually plan it and schedule it, then it's not going to happen. And so, like I said, I would plan. So the night before, or you could plan your weeks ahead or whatever you need to do. I definitely plan the night before and say, okay, I need to get this done. I need to get that done. I also need to do this. I want to do these things. I want to work out. I want to spend time with my family, etc. And then you make a plan for when you do that, right? And so there's all these different buckets that you're in plates that you're constantly managing. It's never just a business bucket. It's never just a hobby bucket. It's never just health, family, work, whatever. It's all these different plates. And so you have to know, all right, during 8 to 9 o'clock, I'm going to be exercising. 10 to 11, I'm doing some work. From 11 till 1 o'clock, we're doing a family activity. I'm spending time with my family. And you just are constantly going back and forth, but you have to make time for it. So put it in the schedule, prioritize what you want to do. And so for years, I would just see what's happening and then I would do it. And I'd be like, oh, I wish I had time for this. I wish I had time for that. Play life on offense and make it happen and schedule it in. James Clear in Atomic Habits, I highly recommend that book. It is great for achieving your goals and creating systems, but he talks about habit stacking. And so if you're having a hard time keeping a habit, so maybe you're trying to eat healthier, or maybe you're trying to go to the gym, you need to stack it with a habit that you're used to doing. And so maybe you have a protein shake. And so every time you have a protein shake, then you go to the gym. So you combine the habit, you stack a habit you already have with another habit that you want to have. And so this can be a helpful tool. It could help rewire your brain and it can make it a little bit easier to achieve what you want. Number 6. So a lot of this is about the habits, but it's also making the time. And so you have to make time for what you want. You have to schedule it in. And so Jesse Itzler, one of my billionaire and mentors, he talks about and has a company called the Big Calendar Club. And so he has this calendar and it shows the whole year in advance. And so you plan your big things that you want to get done. And he also has a personal assistant that tells what he's going to do every single day. And I talked about having your own personal assistant or being your own personal assistant and planning out your day. I'll link the video below if you want, but you have to be intentional. You have to make time for it. And so play life on offense. And so instead of just going, these are all the activities that are coming, or these are hey, can you do this for me? Hey, can you do that? Hey, do you want to volunteer for this? Instead, you decide what you want to do. You make time. You say, hey, I want to create these recipes. Make time to go to the grocery store and get the food. Make time to actually make the recipes, etc. And so make the time, plan it. It's seriously, all these things are going to make a huge difference in your life. Number 7 is to outsource and get support. And so this can be hard, and sometimes it's going to be more challenging for some people, but I know this has really, really helped me, having other people help me in my life. So a lot of people do this with a cleaning service. They might have someone clean for them, or maybe you can outsource getting groceries and you can have them bring your groceries to the house, or you can at least online shop and then all you have to do is go pick it up. So, or you have someone babysit your kids, or whatever it is for you. Or if I'm doing editing, then a lot of people will have someone edit their videos or whatever. And so outsource where you can, delegate, use other people's strengths, and figure out what is the 20% that you need to focus on to get the 80% results that you want. Number 8, so this is kind of a funny one. It is writing it down. So writing down what you want to get done and writing down like a checklist or something. But this is actually something interesting that I've been doing. And so I've been wanting to exercise more. I realized that I used to exercise all the time. I exercised multiple times a day, especially before I had kids. It was just a hobby that I had, and I didn't have some other things that I was working on. I loved to exercise. It made me feel so good. But over time, and after I have my son and things, the time for it and my body didn't feel as good, and I had to repair myself and all this fun stuff that happens when you have a child, etc. And if your activity gets reduced. And so what I ended up having to do was decide, every time I go to the gym or I work out, I'm going to text myself. And so I just literally text myself. I decided I want to walk every single day, Monday through Friday. And so I'll text, I am walking 30 minutes or walked for 45 minutes or whatever. And then I will go to the gym. I'm trying to work out Monday through Saturday. And so I'm either at the gym or I'll do something at home or whatever. But then I'll say 45-minute workout, dumbbell workout, arms. I worked on this, this, and this, and this. I did a 15-minute cool down at the end, whatever. And so it's actually so cool. It's so easy because it's right here. It's my phone. I always have it. And so I can just type it in on my phone. I text myself, and then I can go back and see how consistent I've been with working out. And it's actually made me, I haven't texted myself when I was initially starting this. And so it was super, super helpful. And so I don't know if you can replicate this or do something like this, but it's really helped me. And now every single day I have something written, except for my one rest day. But I have multiple things written. It makes me want to exercise more. It makes me want to stretch more. And so I don't know if there's a way that could keep you accountable, or if there is something that you could track. So what gets tracked gets managed, and what gets tracked gets done. And so schedule it, but then also write it down and say that you showed up. That can really help. Number 9, when working towards your goals, you don't want to skip twice. You don't want to miss twice. And so say I missed that workout. I said I wanted to walk every single day, Monday through Friday. And for some reason, meetings came up or things came up and I couldn't get that walk in. So Tuesday, I didn't get it in. That's fine. But I'm not going to miss Wednesday. And so I'm going to figure out how I can get it in. And so then you get right back on track. And that is important. So missing one time or not falling off the wagon every once in a while isn't going to make a big dent in your goals, especially if you keep doing them consistently over time and you just keep going. You're consistent and you do it for a long period of time. But if you miss a day, then miss a day, then miss a day, then miss a day, and then you get back on, then you miss a day, then you get back on for one day, that is going to make a big dent in your progress. And so you want to try not to miss twice. This can really help you. Lastly, show up for yourself in the life that you want. Figure out what life you want to live. Figure out who you want to be and how you want to show up. And then set that standard and go for it and figure out how you are going to get there. And so find mentors, start acting like the person that you want to become, and start changing these daily habits, because that is what's going to change yourself and your life. All right, I hope these tips were helpful for you in whatever goals you're working on or whatever you want to do for yourself in your life. Please let me know if you have any takeaways in the comments below, if you have any questions, or if you have any tips for anybody else. Feel free to like this video and subscribe for more videos like this. If you enjoy working on yourself, improving yourself, and living a happier and healthier life, feel free to hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I post more videos. I post every single day, Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And I will see you in the next video. Keep working, learning, and growing. You've got this. And I will see you soon. Bye, guys.